All right. Hopefully, looks like you got a mic. And I've got an echo because I'm playing my video over there. Let's turn that off. And this is the time where I bare my soul, because I got my motors I just soldered them up. Damn near disaster. So here, I got to get my thinking hat on, because it is Friday. Oh, and I got my fingers crossed. That's all I got to say. I'm still waiting on a few things coming in. Let's go ahead and let's just throw it up there. We're not gonna hide what's going on here. So let's get a look at the progress here. I'm sure Kai is really interested at what craziness is going on right here. Let me just here. Let me turn this camera just a little bit. I just got to angle it over so I can move my position. There we go. I guess guys, I'm not trying to hide anything here. I'm busting my tail. And believe me, nothing is perfect on this bird. But what I can tell you from what I know is, let me get this thing. Give me a second here. So I gotta get some. I just gotta get the camera to settle down here. Give me a second. I just gotta focus. Little focus. I don't have an autofocus on, so I guess I could turn autofocus. Is that? There we go. Oh, see, that's not focusing. Focus. I'm gonna have to focus with my. Turn the autofocus off. We will do our own focusing. There we go. So now Kai's got some things to say. He's doing it. I do need to have some critiques here, but one of the things I can tell you, as far as a critique is concerned, everything seems to be in order. I do have everything seeming to be ordered. Now, those soldering joints are not perfect, but they're not bad. They're solid. That is a solid one. I mean, you could say I could throw some more heat on there. This is what I've learned. This is what I've learned from soldering. Hey, Richard, how you doing? This is what I've learned from soldering. You have to know when to say when. You can only heat up an area so many times before it can get kind of crazy. So I'm trying to get it turned there where you can see that. So there's my power leads right there, but they're solid. Even though that that first one is really good. That's really good flow. My second one is good. There's flow there, but it's not great. Okay. And my fear was there is flow there. It's solid to the pad. Okay. There's flow on this side, maybe a little bit more on the other side. But on the bottom and the back, it's actually really good where the capacitor is. So the capacitor is on the bottom. So let me flip it right down there. You can see the capacitor right in there. Here, let me just move this camera up a little bit and let's get a down angle right there and add a little more focus right there. There we go. So everything, I know you can't see the wiring in there, but I did you can see in there. If you see really inside, you can see I've got the insulators on there. And yeah, I've soldered enough to know to just stop. Okay, and I'll show you an example of that. So these I soldered up not too long ago, and in general, they're not too bad. Okay, these aren't bad. These are not terrible solders. They're going to be okay. But I want to show you one section here. I don't see if it's this side here. I have to move my camera over to where I'm looking. All right, here we go. One area, let's see. I don't know if it's there. Yeah, it's right in there. You can see right in here. This one here, I actually resoldered, and I was really getting worried because I bridged to this one, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I cut all the excess solder out I could. I cut this shorter and then I redid it. But those are pretty good. The flow is decent. It's not bad, and there's nothing touching. That was to me, the most important thing, because I can look really close with my, my magnifier. Oops, there you go, right there. So everything seems to be separated. But these wires, I mean, my wiring is not bad. See, I did a pretty good job organizing. It's good. I don't believe that I'm going to have, like this one here, right here. You can see that one. I could have used a little more heat on this one, but I'm not messing around with it anymore. I'm not going to touch it. So, and you can see that I got I was very concerned that I didn't spend too much time on these pads, and that I made sure, like, this is my best one. That's really good. You can see that one's got good flow to it. You might even argue that I need some of that wire not sticking out, but that's not bad. I didn't leave any excess, So it's definitely not German precision. Like right there, you can see that one's really good, and that one's okay. And I'm just not touching it again. I'm not going to touch it. So this is what I've got so far. This is my complete. And then I'm waiting for a couple of things. I did get in the mail. I did get my receiver. So here is my Radio Master receiver that is here. I've got my smoke stopper coming. I'm not going to put power to this. We decided, I made the decision. I mean, Kai kind of made the decision for me. He said, I'm going to go with the front mount. And I started to, think about it. And this right here, so the wire will come up and through here. So I'll be able to loop it a little bit. So it's going to loop a little bit in there. And it'll come up through there and into this puppy right here. So I did like that, because that'll allow me to give me some options of where I put my battery. So this goes basically inside of there, and then this will go inside that little thing right there, and we get that. So the battery will come. It can go over the top like that if I want to, so I can loop the power lead over the top, and they'll both be like that. The problem in the back was I'm not using this. I actually ordered the antenna lead, so we're going to be using the GPS. So, if we take this off, I might have to reprint that. I don't know. It's not bad. Oh, there's just a little gunk on there. See the gunk I'm still taking off of that? But this is where my GPS is going to go. I got pigtails coming. So this is going to go over here. Like that. And my receiver will go down below here. So we're slowly coming together. I'm taking it a day at a time. So, hey, Jim, I just wanted to show you my progress. So that's kind of what we've got going on. I've got, like I said, I've got some pigtails coming. Here, I can zoom out a little bit. I've got it focused here. I can come out a little bit, and you can see my progress of the Mario 5. 5-inch, and Kai's all done. I mean, Kai blew doors on me, and he finished up. So we go and let me get my focus again here. There we go. So anyway, that's kind of what we got going, like that. And we got going on here. We got some discussions going on Snapchat about football going on right now. But anyway, so that's where we're at. I mean, I'm to the stage where I've got to get this situated. So I got a GPS coming. And this will be going forwards like this. That'll be my direction. GPS will come off of right there. So I've got GPS here. My receiver will connect up to there. And I got pigtails for that. So this one I'm going to have to solder totally up, I think. I don't know if there's I don't think no. Yeah, this is my receiver. This will have to be soldered on. So let me see here. Let me zoom out. So yeah, Radio Master. ELRS FPV receiver RP1. Highly recommended by Mr. Kai Friedrichsen. I guess I can take this and put that on there. So yeah, so everything needs to be wired up. I'll have to wire the pads up here. And this will be good practice for me. The whole reason why I'm doing this is to get through a process where everything has to be put together. It has to be organized. And, I'm going to make sure that I take my time on those items. I do have another soldering tip I'm going to take out for those. And I actually have a little bit more of a precision tip right there. So this one will be, when I start knocking these out right here, beep, 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 right there. And I believe, and Kai was saying, I believe I can plug in my GPS. So my GPS should have a plug and play. Let's see which side. It's the flight stack here. It's this side right here. So this is my GPS side, and that's my receiver side. VTX. I'll have to look at I believe this is the 7-pin where the DJI will go into right there. So I will have to have a meeting with the master before we get that thing, before we mess around with this. So we're gonna take our time and we're gonna knock it out. But we've got a good progress. Looks good. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, we're kind of on the way, I'd say. We're on the way, and yeah, like I said, my GPS should be here, and what else do I have on my list? Oh, all my antennas. My antennas are going to show up. So antenna wise, I really was in thought that if I just went with just a plain old DJI single antenna, but this is the waste at that point. So the decision was, I love small soldering tips, easier to solder. I actually did some work with my T100 soldering iron, but this one here has been really good. It heats up really fast. So if you want to see this one, I guess I could turn it on. So when you turn this one on, it heats up quite quick. So, but that's Fahrenheit, by the way. That's not Celsius. This one is not on the metric system. So that's it right there. So that works pretty good. I've had good results. Of course, there's my dipping well there, and that's where I put a little flux. There's flux in there, little flux with the brass. So that helps to and I really spent a lot of time preparing the tip. So I kept redipping, cleaning the tip, making sure I had a nice bead of solder on there, and it worked out pretty good. So yeah, so the Mario 5 is let me just turn this camera here. Oh, I'm getting a limp camera. That's what she said. Uh, yeah, back to the main here. But that's what we got going. I'm pretty excited. I'm positive. One of the things I told Kai is that no matter what happens, if I make a mistake, I'm going to have to live with the mistake, and I'm going to have to fix the mistake. And that's when I decided to jump into this project, that was kind of my thoughts. That let me see, can I put that on there? Yeah, I can put that. I was thinking I could make that small so you could see both. Yeah, so there it is right there. So yeah, oops. Yeah, so and I need to get through every single problem. So, if I don't figure it out, like Kai last night, he wanted to help me out, and he did. He was like, "Hey, that one soldering joint looked a little bit dried, using that flux, that kind of stuff." But I need that. I need that kind of feedback. I do need that. And I said, "No, I think we're okay." The soldering joints seemed. I did some practice work. The soldering joints seem to be nice and tight. And once again, when I was building my big bird behind me, I always go back to that first experience. And then when Kai was working with this one on me, with this with me, and he pretty much did it. I mean, I'm not going to take any credit for this, but I needed to slow down. I needed to take my time, and that's what I'm doing with this one. I make sure that I'm feeling really good, and that I, have little baby steps. Because like one day I'm going to do my GPS. You got motorcycles going on out there today. Everybody's getting ready for the weekend. So everything's going to be baby steps, and just walking through the process. Like I said, one day it'll be the receiver, and then the next day it'll be making sure that I've got my VTX power powered up. I am putting O3 on this. This one is going to go O3. I am going to take the O3 unit out of the my Cinewhoop, and it just makes no sense to keep it in there if I'm not going to fly it. Kai keeps trying to get me to change this one out, because it's really not, this front is just not, it's not mushy enough. It doesn't mush enough to keep this this gyro from vibrating. So it needs to be soft mounted, and it's just not soft enough. I probably could figure something out eventually. Maybe, kick it out forward a little bit, find, oh, there we go. We've got smoke. That's my daughter's down there cooking. So she's going to have to work that one out. But anyway, it's just, that's another one I could scavenge some parts off with. But oh yeah, Kai, he's head is in the air. He'll show. I could show a picture of his. I'm just going to show a brief image. Okay. I'll just show a brief image of Kai's. I want him to. He wants to share his on his stream, but he's done a. Here's just a. Here, I'll share this one out. I'll just give you just a sneak peek of Kai's big bird. Just give me a second. That's loading up, and I'm sending it to my computer right now. Hey, that's the one nice thing about Max. Hey, Kai, got something to pre-tin your pads. I did pre-tin them. I did pre-tin the pads. So I did. Maybe it was not enough. I don't know. I did. I made sure that we had a nice smooth glop on each pad. Now the on the ones when I start getting to the flight controller, I'm really going to take my time on those. I'm going to make sure everything is perfect on those. And okay, thank you, appreciate it. I just wanted to show Kai's bird here, but I'll just like I said, just a brief shot. This is the Mario 2, or the Mario 5. What did I say Mario 2 for? This is the Mario 5 Kai edition. Here, let me just open that up. Let's see. Open with. Let's move it into. Let's open it up in preview. Let's get it right there. Here, just give me a second. I just gotta move it around a little bit. But this is Kai's version here. And let's go back to here. Display. Turn that off. Bring that on. There we go. So that is Kai's bird right there. He did the whole blue. So this is where I got my power lead idea from him. He's like, hey, I'm going to do it in the front. If you look at the way he's got his design, there's so much going on in the back. So I'm copying him with the antenna placement. I'm going to do that. My GPS everything is going to go here. His is Crossfire, I believe he said. He said he was going to, he had a Crossfire receiver. I don't think, I totally understand. I think he's a little worried about ELRS and connectivity and stuff like that, but it looks great, doesn't it? Got the black props on there. I'd think this would look really cool with the gold, with the, you do blue and throw that color on the props. But black on black, that's his colors. That's his color scheme. You could look at me. I mean, mine is going to be yellow, and I think I'm going to get full on yellow props. But so he'll show you a little bit more closer. And he used a different flight stack than me. He had an extra stack sitting around, so his flight stack's a little bit better. I like that his motor pads were I don't know if I can blow it up. Yeah, I can here. You come from the bottom, and this one actually needs that. Otherwise your wires are kind of sitting outside. So I did like that he could feed his wires up through each of the pads, and then he could just, he could solder that on. So that turned out good. The other nice addition to this one, here, let me just go out a little bit, is the air ducts right there. It forces air in onto the VTX and the flight controller. So you have like an air scoop. He also customized his mount right there, so it's all blue, and it's just really cool. And then he printed out that, which is the little lens protector that anyway. But he'll tell you where all that stuff is, and get more detailed of what he decided, why he decided certain things. But yeah, that's the Mario 5 in blue. So the Mario 5 in blue edition. All right. But that's kind of the, you can see that, I'm going to do neutral colors. I'll stay black. I probably should have made that yellow, but oh well, that's just the way it is. I kind of like that. It'll make the antennas stick out. My antenna colors are not matching. I end up with I think I ended up with my antennas are reddish. No, they're light blue. They're like a teal. So, hey, we'll see you, Kai. Okay, nice work, man. So, yeah, the bottom half of the body looks like a flying squirrel. Yeah, from the top down, it does, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like a flying squirrel? It looks like a squirrel's head, doesn't it? It's backwards too, because this is actually the back end, and that's the front end. This is where that's where it's gonna go like this. So that'll be the front. But yeah, otherwise I'd have had two power leads going through there, because there was actually a little space there for the, so we just didn't use these. I like this. We could flip the stack around but yeah. So that is Mario 5 Dad Random Edition. Mario 5 Dad Random. And yep, I am going all out. I'm taking care of business and gonna make a phone call if I need to, and just do my thing. I'll put that back on autofocus. I don't know why that camera. Oh, there it did. It did focus right there. There, it's focusing. Hey, the autofocus is working pretty good. Let's see if it'll pick up on that. See if it'll focus up on that. No, it doesn't like that little thing. But so yeah, so Radio Master receiver. I've got a Walksnail GPS that's coming in. We got Walksnail, and the GPS that I did buy has a compass, I believe. So so we're also going to connect up with the compass, which is kind of cool. So I was thinking about not doing GPS with this, and we ended up just doing it. I said, you know what, the price was good for the GPS. I have not bought props for this yet, and I think I need to order those. But I'm thinking yellow. I'm going to do yellow, big yellow props. If I can find some big old like bright yellow, that would be really cool on here. So I'm going to talk to Kai about what pitch. I do like the pitch on Mr. Croc. If I had Mr. Croc and he wasn't still lost, I would. The other thing is, I'm not flying this over the golf course. No time soon. Oh man. So yeah, there he is. This is what I got so far, and I got kind of a mess going on here. I still think that people that can keep their their benches clean. I got stuff all over the place. I got a mess. So that'll be the next thing I do. So right before the stream, I did this. I spent probably that took me about an hour. I just took my time. I did one wire at a time, pretend, just one wire at a time. Now I did this yesterday. I did the main power lead. I did that yesterday. And the soldering station I have does have helping hands. So I use these helping hands. I put the flight controller on there. I don't know if I like these. I like the one that's closer to the ground. So I might switch that out. I might take these off or just not use them as much. Just kind of, bend them back and put them to the side. And I might use the other. I do have one in my shop, a smaller one. That's just two, the two helping hands, just the two, and they're a little bit tighter together. So we'll see. But these do work. I mean, they're good. I probably should take I should take these rubber things off, but they kind of worked pretty good to keep the flight controller from getting, scarred up or scraped. But everything worked so really good with this. I probably could make this a little bit hotter, just a little bit hotter. But I was told that you should work with a much cooler soldering iron at first, just because if it's too hot, you risk melting and burning the pads and that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, I'm sorry I've been answering questions, but let's see. What is a good 3D printer? Who answered him for the 3D? The Bamboo. I actually, there's another brand too. Let me see if I can find it. It's not a Bamboo. Let me show you it. And I don't own one, but it's highly recommended. It came highly recommended. Let me see if I can find the printer. Oh, I think I found it right here. The Neptune Max, the Neptune Plus, the Neptune series. Let's see. Let me show you this one. So, and the prices are really good, and these are as good to me. I think they, look at the prices on these. You don't need them. The Max gives you the big build plate, but what I'm told is the Neptune Pro. It's $259. Okay, let me see if I can get a blow up on this Neptune Pro. But it's $259. It has self leveling. It's direct drive. I mean, it's got everything that you want. You know, it's got everything, and it's got the control the pad out, the control pad. I think it actually also is it's Wi-Fi. I think you can reach it through your network, so you can send your files to it. $259. That is so cheap. It says 100-watt heating, 150-watt external. Let's see, pre-installed Clipper firmware, I guess is what that uses. It says Ultra Gear direct extruder. Now I wished it would give me a bigger picture than that. So there's your direct drive extruder. 121, is that 121 points? 11 by 11 bed. So this is a really good deal. Neptune 4 Pro is what it's called, and it gives you the whole thing. So this is by Elgato. Is it right? What is that? What's the company? Here, let me get out of here. So Neptune Pro Max. Hey, Elegoo. No, Elgato. Elegoo is. Let's see if it's in stock. Yeah. So for that 11 by 11 build plate. So I was told the Neptune 4 Pro. So, yeah, and guys, I spent $100 for the one I'm using. These things are just cheap. They are very inexpensive, and since it's direct drive, it's going to be faster than mine. Mine's Bowden tube. The one I use is it's an Ender. It's an Ender something. What the heck is it called? It was really good, but it was a budget printer for its time. But I like the small footprint. Here, let me show you the one I got here real quick. Here, let me move the camera around. I'll give you a picture of it. Here, let me just give you a shot of it here. Let's go to this camera 2. So that's the one I use right here. Really simple. I love these pads, and you really don't. You're not even supposed to put glue on them. I still use a glue stick, but it really has good build plate adhesion. This is magnetic. There's just a lot of really good things about this, but it's a tiny little build area. It's perfect for having it near your computer. So that's the one good thing about it. So everything in it, I have very few misprints with that. It really does a good job. So as long as the file is good, I don't get but it's a little bit loud. Okay, so that's about the only thing I would say bad about it, is that it's just a little bit noisy, on the noisy side. Here, let me get this back down there. Let's get this back down onto the build area. So there's my build area. What a mess. What an absolute mess going on there. There's my my magnifier. Pretty good, not bad. Okay, it's good size, over 4 inches. So I have plenty of. I can see. Guys, I have no problem seeing what I'm working on. So I don't really like the base. This actually came with. You see this base here? This actually came with a desk mount base, but I have so much crap on my desk. I have nowhere to mount it to. So I would say I keep this so I can move it around. That was kind of the way I worked it out. So, but yeah, Dusty, yeah. So yeah, I do recommend this. I don't know what the customer service is like for that, for that company. I really don't. but I just know that their prices are good. This one sells the Mars and the Saturn. This was I think this is a three axis. But this is Elegoo is the company. Let's see. Let's see what are their deals. Let's see what their deals are. If there's any, obviously the Pro is a deal. I'm just looking to see if they've got any excellent 3D printers. So if you like the ones that are closed, if you're working with those are, I don't believe these are. Yeah, those aren't resin. I don't think. Let's see. By far look at the Neptune Pro. $179. Don't tell me. These are the resin ones down here. No, Neptune. No, this is a Neptune 3. Yeah, don't get. So this is only $100, but that one is that direct drive? I think it is. If you want to get the old Neptune right there, $189. Oh my gosh, that's so cheap. And it does have the magnetic build plate, it looks like. So that is just absolutely a freaking steal. This is the max build volume, but I was told the max, like I said, has the big build. Let's see what the build volume for the max is. Let's see, 420 by 420 by 500. That's very big. That's a really big build plate. So that's a really big build plate. That is big. Non-contact precision sensor to collect the deviation data. It got a 63-point hotbed. So that's a big build surface. If you're doing like multiple prints, there's the extruder right there, how it's organized there. Brass nozzle, large aluminum heat sink. So anyways, it gives you side by side. I was, like I said, I've been told that the one I just told you about, the Pro, let's go back to the deals here. What I was told that the Neptune 4 Pro is the best value. So this is the one that's going to give you the best value. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up my stream here pretty soon. But yeah, let's see. Oh, should I post the link? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, let me go to I'll go to the just the regular site so you get a link. So elegoo.com. We'll just go here, hit copy, drop it in there. There we go. So yeah, so there is the link to that printer site. So guys, I don't have any affiliation with that place. It was shared to me. If you do have PayPal rewards or you have Honey built into your browser, it can give you you get some cash back from that. So if you do order it that way. So yeah, anyway, yeah, it's pretty good. Kyle and I are actually thinking about laser engraving, so we can make our own stuff. One of the things that I'd love to be able to laser engrave are things like this. So here, let's go back. I'm ready to wrap up my stream here, but yeah, so do some laser engraving. Wouldn't that be fun to do? Put some some stuff together and make your own your own kind of. But these are hot or whatever coasters. So I really like that. These are very useful. I always have them sitting down. So I've got that one. I actually have two of them. There's another one around here somewhere. I can't find it. I don't know where it went, but anyway. Hey guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. I hope I hope you think that my progress is okay. I'm learning. I'm pretty happy with my work so far. I am. I was able to dig myself out of a problem, and I really, I think I'm on the right path. I think this thing, I do have a feeling that we will fly. I do believe that this will fly. Um, and that's kind of where I'm at. I'm thinking we're good. I'm thinking we're in a really good place with this. So yeah, the ESC is down nice and solid. We got plenty of room for the capacitor. Everything looks centered and everything. We'll get some really nice. We'll get an O3 unit on the back. We'll throw some really cool antennas out there, and this will be a ripper. Be a 5-inch ripper. It's been a while since I've flown heavy. Mr. Croc. I'm still looking for Mr. Croc. By the way, we're not giving up. Just like this project, we're not giving up ever. We're gonna look. We're gonna keep looking. Mr. Croc's out there. This weekend, I've got time. I'm gonna do a search probably tomorrow morning. Hopefully, we'll get some search results on Saturday. If there is, maybe we'll go and visit the golf course, and I'll go and find one of my contacts over there and see if they'll help me go over and pick it up or retrieve it. So if we can find it, we're going to retrieve it. We will retrieve it. All right. But for Dad Random and the Mario 5 build, we are coming along. We have got a good progress, and it's really my first true solo build. Now, like, not counting the Big Bird, okay, that one was different. The bird, I don't know if I can show you that, but yeah, I'm not going to jump into that. We're trying to close up the stream here. Let's see if I can go big here with my camera. Most of you guys know where that is. Let's go 90 degrees. There it is. Let's see if we can adjust over. I love this. The Brio is a great camera, but it's up there. You can see it up there. You can see those giant props, those freaking giant 10-inch props. This thing's huge. But yeah, that thing flies. I think that thing came standard with an 8-inch prop. I went up to 9-inch, and then the last time I flew it with a 10-inch prop, which is way too big. Those props are too big. So, all right, let's center up our camera here. Let's get that back in there. All right, and we're back. All right. So, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great weekend. I think, like I say, we're on the right path. If you can, check out the Elegoo. Those printers are, if I replace this one, I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to get the Pro. I'm going to get the Elegoo Neptune Pro and replace this one because I hear it's good. And that's it. Creality has been there, done that. And so I hustled mowing lawns for old people in the neighborhood to get it. Hey, guys, I did a fair share of lawn mowing in my lifetime. Ooh, yeah, my cool air just kicked in. I didn't even think about turning my AC on. It's getting warm. It's like 75 today. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Have a great weekend. For Dad Random, guys, don't give up. Try stuff that's hard. We can do it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kelso. I really appreciate it. It does help my stream. All this stuff helps. This stuff is not free. I get every once in a while I'll get a comment, you get free drones from DJI. Nobody gets free drones from DJI. Nobody. They don't give anybody free stuff. They loan you stuff and then they take it. They take it back. So yeah. Anyway, out of here. Have a great weekend. I am going to leave eventually. Yeah, and guys, we'll fly it together. I'll get it. I'll tell you when it's ready to go. I still have to go through it and make sure the flight controller is set up right. And I've got a smoke stopper coming. I'm not putting any power to this thing until I get my smoke stopper. I do not have a smoke stopper. It's probably in my mailbox right now. So yeah, I am not going to connect power to this thing. I'll get the flight controller cooked up and we'll get there when we're ready. So, all right, have a good one. Good night, guys. Have a great weekend. All right. For Dad Random, okay, fly safe, fly smart, have fun mostly. Bye.